Hi, welcome back to Podcasts from the Pit. I am Casey.
I'm Eric.
And back
I'm
again
Dreadnok
with
Ryan.
a special guest, Dreadnok Ryan, for second time.
Yes.
We love having you, Ryan. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on.
It's awesome having you on here, man.
It's great.
Hey,
So,
I love getting to know you guys more after the initial show that we did. You guys are awesome. Folks need to subscribe, hit that like button, take care of these guys. They're doing great work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun after the show last time.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna do our weekly pickups for the week. You want to go first, Hillbilly?
Sure. Well, I've been fascinated with these animal creatures from Morphonauts, and one of the guys that won one of the prize packages, I got to talking to him, and he had this. It's the wolf
Nice.
with like an Iron Man type mask on. And so I got that off of him, and I'm going to paint it up, but I have an update on the bear I've been working on.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So it's not
Nice.
real great, but I've got him painted up, just about done. I want to marble like this and all the domes on him. I still have to paint his face.
Yeah.
And
It's looking good.
his hands. Well, thank you. But that's all I have. What do you gentlemen have?
You or me, Ryan?
I'll let you go.
All right.
We probably have a lot of the same stuff.
His chances are good. All right. So, Chuckles?
Oh, that's cool.
Haven't opened them yet. I was saving them for the show. Probably open them afterwards. And something I ordered, canceled, ordered, canceled, ordered. Crimson Strike Team.
Ooh.
I'm like, do I need it? Do I not need it? Yeah. But again, not taking them out yet. I'm seeing a lot of not good things about the Baroness's eyes. Like they're comparing her to Sloth from Goonies. But I haven't checked that close yet.
I haven't heard that, but I've heard really good things about the Baroness from that set.
We shall see.
I've heard that she's the best Baroness figure they have out now.
It's a bold statement. Can't see. You got the little mole rat, which
those are.
I meant to cancel, but I forgot it because it came from Walmart. And I honestly just don't assume I'll ever get anything I order from Walmart. But I don't know. I'm happy to have them. I'm glad I only got one, though.
Those are actually growing on me.
Yeah. And the one I'm most excited for, but if I was an inbox collector, I would be upset. This is from Hasbro Pulse. This thing is beat to crap. It's all dented, bent up. I opened anyway, so I'm glad they sent it to me. Shooter.
Ooh.
Very excited to open this one up.
Can't wait to see pictures of that one.
Yeah. It's those are my G.I. Joe pickups. I don't need to talk about my she looks good, man. I can't. That's going to be the first one I open after the show.
That's killer.
So just like you, I did get Chuckles. Absolute home run of a figure. I was not feeling this figure at first. I'm like, don't know. Don't really care for it. The box art, how it ties into this set really set it off.
Yeah.
You do an exclusive for a con, Hasbro, please make it be something like this. It needs to be repaints of a figure, make it something crazy, but please, no Chuckles, no Serpentors, no Dr. Mindbenders. This was perfect. The packaging is just what sets that off for me as I'm knocking down figures now. But you know, both of those, this guy, the mall rat, if I can get him to show, is just absolutely money. An absolute money figure. It's so silly and fun, and just some of the features on it. If you have a black light and you put it on the figure where the dark energon is, it turns colors and then it glows in the dark.
Nice.
So I'm already a sucker for glow in the dark. And then, of course, Shooter, I wasn't really sure of, but having her in hand and then starting to pose her, just absolutely fell in love with her. I love the changeable hair pieces. So one thing you'll notice, you will get this figure, you will open it up and she'll have on her, like, you know, the gas mask or the hazmat. And you're like, where's the extra head? Well, they're all rubber pieces for her hair. So you'll get that mask and hair is attached and you just flip it right over the head.
Huh.
So then you can just swap it out. It's so smart.
Yeah.
But she is just such a good looking figure. Just such a good looking figure.
Yeah. I'm so happy I was able to go. I couldn't get anyone else off of that. It was like a 3-person wave. She was the only one I could get. And if I could only get one, I'm glad it was her.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Crimson Viper, he has the old style Flint boots, so that pad is kind of turned inside on mine, and I thought maybe I had something that was warped, but it's just that mold just really was not great. And he can't get his arms up to that 90 degrees. It's just below. So I'm going to have to do some trimming and sculpting to get him to where I can get him posable where I feel comfortable with it. But Mole Rat, though, is a home run for me. Absolute home run.
I thought about getting a couple, but he's got that head issue. Looks like it's a bullet or something. And I didn't want them all to have the same one.
Well, and you do get the extra head, so you'll get an extra head that has the I'll call it like a hazmat or a gas mask on it, and that does plug in. So he has a couple different plugs that will plug into the hazmat. So you do get 2 heads with it.
So they're like the Borg.
Yes, exactly what they remind me of.
Yeah.
But it's a new figure. What's weird is we've gotten 2 new figures, but they're both the store I will not name exclusives. So we'll have to see if we'll get them in mainline.
Yeah.
I didn't know if the Mole Rat, if he would glow in the dark without black light. Have you tried that?
If you just charge him with regular light, he'll glow in the dark too. I don't know if I can get it to.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go get him now.
See, I was excited about Shooter because I like the idea of a girl sniper, but then, honestly, I made my Scarlet a sniper too with a sniper rifle from Gridiron.
Yeah,
because I like to, and this might be blasphemy, but I like the movie figure Scarlet better than the mainline release.
Yes,
I felt like it was a nice one.
I agree with you. The head sculpt's better on the movie Scarlet. The body style's a lot better too. So,
and they kind of like dulled down the uniform to where I could see it being more stealthy than that bright yellow leotard.
Massive thing on her shoulder. And
but I thought that figure was amazing. Out of the movie figures, that's probably the best one.
Yeah.
Snake Eyes was too wobbly. Same thing with Storm Shadow, and it's too off-white. But I want to say Kiko or something. That's not her name. But I liked her figure too.
I think The Baroness figure, besides the really long neck, I thought
Yeah.
looked really good from the movie figure.
Yeah.
A Kyo, or I think you're right. I think it is a Kiko. I like that figure. I
Me
just
too.
really liked, and they've used that body for Vipra
And the
and the
Blue Ninja.
So
Yeah. I don't have the Blue Ninjas. I keep wanting to go back and get them, but I was not a fan of the Red Ninjas. I didn't care how they turned out.
I found a Kiko at Ollie's for like $5.
Worth it.
I picked it up for a friend. I didn't get it for myself, but he was excited to receive her in the mail.
$5. I mean, you can paint a couple up.
Yeah, he talked about turning her into a Jinx, like an old school Jinx.
Yeah. I believe we'll get a Jinx. Yeah, she looks good.
Looks good.
if you don't like the Red Ninjas, the Blue Ninjas are what probably should have been released first. They just look better in that blue coloring with the blacks and the creams. It's a better figure overall.
It's not all loose in the middle like the Red Ninjas are they?
No, because this was all based off that original Snake Eyes body. But I mean, I'm shaking, but you don't get the ab crunch issue or the rockers on the legs either. So, but I bought 2 extra packs of Ninjas when they were on sale, and I'm picking them up because I like them better than the Red Ninjas, and I had sold off my extra Red Ninjas because I went with the blue.
Yeah, I'm smart. I've got, I think, 4 Red Ninjas because I wanted Storm Shadow to have a little army with them.
And hey, it wouldn't be hard to pop a few holes in them, put some little teeny tiny wires coming out of them, have a robot blue ninjas. But that's thinking outside the box a little bit.
There's nothing wrong with that. Customize those toys.
Battle damage.
Now, I don't have, we're talking about battle damage. I don't have a Crimson Bat. Now I kind of wish I had one. I don't have the Crimson Viper, but it seems like I've got Crimson everything else, especially with the Strike Team.
I only have 2 Vipers. I've got a regular Viper and a Python Patrol Viper. And then I got just 1 regular bat. And the bat is really cool.
I got 5 of those. Every time I go to Target, they were there, $19. I'm like, well, I'll buy 1. I'll leave the other 2. Just kept doing it like that.
Bats you can really never have enough of because they're just so usable in any display that you want it to go with. The Crimson Bat, I really like the color scheme on that particular bat, but I like the Python Patrol Bat, I think, the best compared to the original.
Really?
Of the repaints.
Nice.
I just like that black.
Yeah. Python Patrol, I went light on those because they weren't my favorite as kids. But I really do like the Viper. And my daughter, she got me the, I guess it would be the Trooper now, with the green shirt. She got me that, and I like it a lot. And I do have ordered from Target the Officer.
Yes.
And the Trouble Bubble and the Python Patrol Televiper. And I like $10 less.
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with Target buys more. And I think they're going to move most of the vehicles to Pulse from retail. So, but Python Patrol and Tiger Force, I was not a fan of as a kid, but the only Tiger Force figures I made really any changes to was the recent Flint figure. I just didn't like his smoky eyes and the brown beret, so I swapped out an old Flint head I had for that and put the black beret on him. And I'm like, okay, I like this figure now.
Subtle changes.
The only thing I didn't like about that Flint, and I'm really wanting to find one, is the face paint across the eyes. That's the only thing I didn't like about it.
Comes off easy.
Yeah. Like I said, I gotta find one. I gotta get to a Target. It's an hour, right around an hour to get to a Target for me. So
Well, next time I'm at my Target, I'll grab you one. I had 5 on the shelf today.
holy cats.
So
Y'all live in like the land of milk and honey with the toys, man.
Target's 5 minutes from my house. I walk there.
I have one Target in my area, and I don't even go and try to shop it because it gets picked over. I order all my stuff off my Target app on my phone and just have them ship it to me.
Yeah.
The only Joe thing I ever got from Target was the breaker with the ram cycle. I showed up and they didn't have any. They had a place on the shelf, and I was like, "Hey," I asked the lady. I said, "Y'all got anything in the back on this?" And she said, "I'm showing I have two. I don't know why they're not on the shelf." And she goes back and she's like, "I've got these two guys with the motorcycle, $20 a piece. They're on clearance." I was like,
Yeah.
I'll take them both. And my friend Larry grabbed him a breaker with the ram cycle. But,
yeah. Did anybody watch the 1027 live when they were doing it?
Yes.
I did too. I was at work.
I did not know nothing about it until after the matter.
All right. So hopefully I have everything in order this time and you won't have to bail me out with these. Like I said, we're still learning here at Podcast from the Pit. Okay. Here we are. I was thinking, honestly, if I can be 100% honest, I thought this was going to be about a 175. I don't know why. That's just what I was thinking. Happy to be wrong.
I was thinking maybe 80. I was hoping for 80. But
we're definitely thinking different things.
Yeah. But it looks like a good price, a good package for that price.
I think so.
It's $100 with the figure, which you got to figure. The figures are normally 25,
right?
Yeah,
and you get all of the little accessories and features on that thing. Yep. It's just crazy for $100. It's
right?
Stupid.
That's why I was thinking it'd be a lot higher. But I mean, looking at it now, I mean, we know we're going to get a Stinger.
Yeah.
We'll get a Mark II.
Yep.
Might get that Dreadnok Ryan.
Yep.
What was that called?
The Ground Assault. The 2-pack. You can get the Ram cycle repainted in this. It's there.
Yes. They'd be stupid not to.
Or even the Tiger Force version of it.
They had a Tiger Force version?
I think they had a Tiger Force version of the Vamp. Most likely I'm wrong, but I was thinking I heard somebody
talk about that. Tiger Paw? Is that what it was?
I thought that was the
ferret.
Yeah.
I wonder if they did it for the club. They did a repaint of it, maybe. But exactly, why wouldn't you do a Tiger Force or a Python Patrol version of it? That gives you 2 extra. So now we're at what, up to 6?
Yeah. More bang for your buck.
Tiger Sting.
Yeah, that makes sense now. Because they had like the Sting had.
Yeah. So I just found it on G.I. Joe One Stop. It looks like it's complete. What do you think it's going for?
What?
100. It's tight. I mean, it is pretty tight looking.
Now, the amount of detail they have put into this vamp, like Clutch working on the motor right here, I think that's just, I mean, very well done.
Yeah.
Well, and the motor will come out.
Yeah, I can
Holy
believe that.
cat.
I like the shifter works.
Looks like it's got
I mean,
a
they
Hurst
got-
shifter on it.
Yeah. Yep, and it works, so you can push it back and forth.
That's
I mean, they
sick.
had me when they put oh shit handles on there. I'm like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah. I like the extra helmet. I dig that. Would I put it on Clutch? No. I would army build with that. I would find somebody, even if it was a Valaverse army builder, I'd get him, pop that helmet on it. Boom, you got a new character.
Well, I had 2 stalkers. So I put Grunt's extra helmet on him, and I think he looks great.
Yeah.
I got that idea from CS G.I. Joe, who's a friend of mine. He does a little YouTube show.
Yep.
Little plug for him. If you haven't checked him out, please do. But it was a great idea, and I love how he looks.
Now, I like how they made this is going to sound weird. I apologize. They made Clutch a little bit buffer. The dude's got some cannons on him. His arms. I like how they made him a little bit more muscular than what the original was.
Well, to me, that just makes it more sign of the times. You know what I mean? Back in the 80s, you know, there were more wiry people.
Yeah.
Now you get they're just more bulked up.
Yeah.
So
Now,
stay current.
and I like the guns on it, on top of the vamp. That looks amazing.
I was so impressed with this. The box looks awesome. I like how you can see Grunt in it. Not Grunt, I'm sorry, that's a Grunt. Clutch in it.
Yeah.
There's the back of the box.
The windshield flips down like an old Willie style Jeep.
Yep.
You have the light bars. You have the tow hooks on the front. You have the winch that you can retract. You have rubber tires. You have the jerry cans, the gas cans for the back. You have storage for everything. And you can fit multiple figures in it without them looking like they don't fit. It's
right.
It's the home run.
They said Roadblock fits in there perfectly. So I'm trying to imagine a G.I. Joe that would not fit in there if Roadblock does.
Yeah. I think Roadblock's head would probably poke out the top of it, but
that's all right. He's got a helmet.
Yeah. It's still pretty killer. I mean, I dig it.
I bought 2.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
I thought about it.
It's Clutch is great, but you're going to put other Joes in it, and I've got to have one for CoverGirl now. So, I don't have a Wolverine, but why can't I have something like she gets a vamp?
True.
Hasbro, if you're listening, we need a Wolverine for CoverGirl.
I mean, the mirrors on the side have the reflective stickers. It has a rear view mirror. I mean, if it had a gas cap or something like that, that would be the only thing I like. Lenny went crazy with the detail on this vehicle.
Yeah.
For $100.
Now, I was listening to somebody that was talking about it, and they said that the rims, once you pop them on, they're on. But if you have the tires going the wrong way, you can still pop the tires off because I guess the tires are one directional, and you can move the tires that way.
Yep. Yeah, Lenny has said that you needed to make sure you put the tires on the direction you wanted to, but if you didn't, you could slide the tires off the rims and then move them around if you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be me. I love how this picture turned out.
Yeah.
It's just knowing how much love I had for the Vamp as a child. Couldn't imagine having this one as 10-year-old Casey.
I think it was actually my second vehicle.
It was my
I
first.
got the Ram cycle, and then I got that one clutch for Christmas in '82.
I got this and the Dragonfly for my birthday, and I just fell in love with the Vamp. It was darn near perfect.
Yeah, he is awesome.
Yeah.
Look at it. So, I mean, they just really outdid themselves with this. And I like how they said it's got the tow hook for, and you know they're talking about the MMS. That'll be coming.
Yeah.
If they're doing a Cobra version, they'll do a Joe version. Another great picture of it.
Do you think we get Hawk with the MMS?
I don't know if they'll go back and do a younger Hawk with it or not.
That would be cool.
I think it'd be cool if they would just make up a Joe and put it with the MMS.
Yeah.
Or that'd be a good way to introduce Short Fuse.
Yes.
Have him be with it. All right, so I believe that is what I had for 1027, which, I mean, I got on there. Luckily, I think you can still get it, but I was worried, so I was right there to get it when it went live. But then next, on Halloween, we got these two. Mutt and Junkyard.
Yeah.
And as cool as Timber looks, nothing compared to Junkyard.
Right.
To me.
The Joe team with the animals that we've gotten, whether it's been even Polly, but Freedom, Fiona, Timber, they just do a killer job with the animals. And I just can't wait to get this duo together.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this. Hopefully, you don't have to wait forever for it. But have they said any?
I don't know.
It's supposed to be.
This is supposed to ship in 2024, so okay. I'm figuring that means we're going to get like the week before Christmas.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's out a little bit. I want to say it was April, but I could be wrong on that.
Another great picture of them. I like that one a lot. I think my favorite one's coming up. There we go.
Yes.
There's my boy.
I dig it.
That's
I
a good
mean,
boy there.
I'm glad they put a second head or second portrait in for Mutt or Junkyard, and they couldn't have done any better job.
No, he's great. I love the harness.
Yeah. That's a great upgrade to him because I've seen where they have dog handlers in the military. They have those type of harnesses on them, and now they need to have somebody with a Belgian melon wall in there.
Law and Order. We'll get the German Shepherd.
Yeah.
And with Mutton Junkyard, no, with them getting in the main line, that means we got to be getting them in the Slaughters Marauders too. So, you know, we're going to be able to use that as a repaint to bring the figures back again to match it.
So that's all of them now, right? Barbecue, Spirit, Mutt. Was there anybody else? Low Light's already out, yeah.
I think we're still missing one. I can check. Oh, and Mutton Junkyard shipped January 15th of 2024.
Gotcha. Excited for them.
So
Can't wait.
Yeah, so that probably means we are going to get them sometime early.
It'll be a Christmas gift to ourselves.
Yeah. They did. There's so much detail in those two.
Yeah, here's the back of the box.
Do they come with a bomb?
I thought he did have some sort of treat. Now, if he doesn't, though, just so you guys know, Marauders Gunrunners has a set. I think it's $1.99 right now. So you can get the Mac 10 that Mutt came with originally and some doggy treats from Marauders Gunrunner for Mutton Junkyard.
I will look into that.
That middle picture on the back here, is that a bomb that they come with? Or
can't tell from here.
I can't either. It's interesting. It's got my attention.
Now, it looks like we'll be back at the window packaging, which I kind of like the windowless myself.
Look at all those hands.
I do agree. I'm going to miss the windowless packaging for the little Easter eggs, but I love those little cardboard crates to keep all the extra pieces in.
Yeah. Looks like those are gone. I like this one a lot.
Yeah. They did a really good job on that.
How many different hands we got here? Like 6 more. I think some of those are for Junkyard, right? For when he jumps out of planes, yeah.
Well, that, and they're also the commands that he uses for the dog too. So it's just that level of detail. It's crazy.
So looks like I did that one twice. That's my bad.
It's okay. Still cool looking figure.
Wonder why picture 21 ain't showing up. Let's 2 didn't show up. I'm sorry, I don't have any of Metalhead on here.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought that was the G.I. Joe John Cena figure. You know, can't see it.
Can't see me.
Yeah, I did have nine more pictures, but for some reason it didn't show up for Metalhead.
I think Metalhead looks really good too. I'm hoping that it's a quick draw. You know, we can use that backpack for him as well, and we'll get that figure brought into the line. But again, using the hair as a swappable piece instead of a head is it's really smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I probably won't have the helmet on him because I never seen him in the helmet before. I always just had the crazy hair going everywhere. I keep hearing him go boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Or is it bang? Which one did he do in the cartoon?
Was it bang or something?
I've never seen the cartoon.
Not missing a whole lot.
And the missing Slaughters Marauders figure is Footloose, which we definitely need that figure in the line.
Yes. I would love to see a Footloose for the standard line, for sure.
That would be good.
And if anybody knows me, knows I'm waiting for Airborne. So I heard the name. Let's see the figure. Let's go ahead and ship him to Casey.
The digital render looked really good.
Yeah. But probably only half as good as the figure will look.
Yeah. I need to get
the renders look good on a lot of them, but man, sometimes just seeing them in that production model, you just go, okay, that's definitely going to be a nice figure.
Mm-hmm. I need to pick me up another Airborne. Mine's having some fragile issues. Every day to work, I take a Joe along to keep me from going crazy. I put him on my work cart, and the other day I was doing something. I put my hand in my pocket, and I was like, "What's this?" Found a little bitty piece of plastic. And came off of Airborne. I was like, "No." So
yeah, those things are 40 years old. You gotta be careful with them.
yeah, I'm just a big kid though.
Nothing wrong with that.
No. We need to get you that the 3-pack, figure holder that you can clip on your belt. Take your Joes with you everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah. The kids at school will be like, "What in the world's wrong with this kid? This guy."
I've got my figures with me.
Yes. Who do I have in the box today?
Now, I forget who it is I follow on Instagram. They do that. They open it up. Yeah, there we go. It's always cool. It's always a surprise.
Yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoy stuff like that.
Me too.
I work from home now, so my toys are always around me. But when I did go into the office and stuff, I had my action figures on my desk, and I can't tell you how many people would just come by and like, "That's so cool," and they're like, "And you don't worry about people taking them?" I'm like, "Nope. You want to play with the toys, then play with them, but I'm going to trust folks to be cool about it." So
yeah. Somebody had Fiona and her babies at the school the other day. And I was getting ready to sweep one of the rugs at the front door, and I looked down and I seen something a little bitty and white, and I was like, "What's this?" I rushed down, it's the albino croc. And I was like, "Oh, cool, I got a croc now. Baby croc." But
you saved his life.
Yeah. From Vacuum. But yeah, I thought about trying to figure out who it was, but at a certain level, all them kids look the same. Because I seen them in the cafeteria playing with it, and I was like, "Hey, I know what that's from." And they just looked at me like I had crocodiles coming out of my ears. But
I mean, honestly, I just love hearing stories that young kids are still playing with G.I. Joes.
Yes.
That makes me happy.
That was the first one I'd seen, and I was trying to encourage him.
Like for Christmas, I'll probably try to pick some like older boys' names off the angel trees and get them some G.I. Joes.
Yeah. I did that.
You got to keep it going.
There was a guy in the community, his son had cancer. And a few years ago, a bunch of us pitched in and did a care package. And I'm like, he really liked Cobra. So I was like grabbing all this different Cobra stuff off. It was whenever the retro line was on the shelf at Walmart. And my wife's like, "Okay, you can't send $1,000 worth of stuff. Pick one thing." I'm like, "But he's got to have it all." So ended up sending him a his tank. I think's what we sent. So
that's a good thing to start with, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one iconic vehicle really to have for your Cobra. It is the his tank.
Yeah. Such a cool looking tank, but overall, just probably one of the most impractical tanks.
Oh. I mean, I think we all we love the military feel of G.I. Joe, but if we're being honest with ourselves, I mean, a lot of the vehicles you're like, yeah, this wouldn't work in real life. Hang gliders, I mean, a Fang
Well-
helicopter where your head's just, underneath the blades. I mean, but
I would love to see the Fang come out classified.
Yes.
That would be one that I would get and keep.
Or a claw.
and yes, Mark II Designs, he did. If I can not knock over everything. He 3D printed the claw.
Ooh.
And I think it would be a doable vehicle for G.I. Joe, especially now that we've got the Trouble Bubble.
Yeah.
And I think we'll see more of that stuff come down the pike, too.
Love the Trouble Bubble.
That is just such a fun vehicle to play with. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
But the ferret, so we know we're going to get the ferret. We'll get the Tiger Paw for a repaint.
Sure.
Looks like they'll have a new driver for that. I mean, we've got to get a Fang at some point, and maybe a Skyhawk, and we'll have to see.
Part of me thinks they'll come out with a crimson version of the ferret for,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That would give you the repaint.
Yeah, because they drove the original one in the cartoon a lot. But something tells me they're going to be like, hey, let's slap this off crimson, throw it out to them. The twins, the Crimson Twins.
Yeah.
I mean,
And something else, Zartan's chameleon.
Yeah. Now, I think it's called Nafex, but they have a model kit chameleon that I picked up. It was $30, and it's injection molded, so it's not 3D printed. But it's, steers, everything is workable. It's just really cool.
yeah.
And the price, I'm like, oh, for that price, I'll buy one. Definitely.
Who did you say you got that off of?
I will find it and I will send it to you.
Okay.
I was fortunate. I found a couple Harleys right scale for Zorana and Zartan. So I'm on the hunt for some for the Dreadnoks now.
Bikes, I think, would be cool. I would love to see the trike that Storm Rider came with from the Pursuit of Cobra line. And then,
cool.
Ninja Force Zartan, the club, did that when he came with that same trike, just repainted.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool.
I'd like to see Classified do Burnout.
Oh, yes.
I think he would be cool.
I don't remember Burnout.
They did him in the modern figures.
Okay.
I got
best big bad toy store exclusive pack I ever bought was I had to get the Slaughter's Marauders and the Dreadnoks, and then I sold the Marauders set and it paid for both of them.
That's how you do it. Yeah. I don't know if we had Kavanaugh on our show a couple weeks ago, and he does rank and file books for the modern figures. But a lot of people don't know that the first 30 classified figures he's already got photoed up, ready to go. So he will be working on a rank and file for classified as well.
That's cool.
See, that would be awesome.
Yeah. He's got everything, but those are the only ones he's got ready to go. Because there's so many, and he's a busy man.
Yeah.
But rank and file is a great tool. It's a great resource. Unfortunately,
Carson from 3D Joe's.
yeah.
I know he said at some point they're going to do, the classified line. They're working on that, but I think it'll be great to have the rank and file books because you get a little bit more of those backstories for all of them too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
honestly, there's enough room for all of it. Bring it all on.
Yep.
And my order for classified is got to be Slaughter's Renegades. Give them to me in a 3-pack. Then do them loose because I got some customs of Mercer that Foot did a night version, Foot 1212 on Instagram. He sent me a Night Force version of Mercer. He's got green boots, black pants, green vest. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he does great stuff.
Yeah.
Well, in Mercer, you could use a lot of the stuff you had from the Viper. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reason I'm stuck on Mercer so much, and I've probably said this 1,000 times, is I'm from his hometown. I'm actually from his hometown, Spencer, West Virginia. So once I found that out, I was like, I got to get him. And then I started doing Mondays for Mercer on Instagram. So he's a hometown boy. I got to support him.
Yeah. Fortunately, I was able to help you out and get his gun for you.
Oh, yeah. I'll never be able to thank you enough for that.
Never have to.
I hate taking him out of the display because I'm always like, I want to break him. I'm afraid he's fragile. He's from Italy. But I've got the two versions of him, but I've got several different customs of the different Mercers. So,
and you might think it's bad to say, but I actually like version 2 Mercer better.
he's cool. He's like I call him future version because he's got a different name and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
I just think he's like, stepped out. He used to be the Viper. He looks
Yeah.
close to him. He ain't a Viper anymore.
yeah. I still consider him the same Mercer, but I in my head canon or Hillbilly's canon, he is not who they said he was on the file card. It's still the guy from Spencer, West Virginia.
There you go. And at the end of the day, the head canon's the most important cannon. So
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's it's Zartan for me. He's the figure that I connected with the most, the backstory that I connected with the most, and to this day he will always be my favorite Joe character. It's just the way that it is.
Yeah, but me, 1983, I met my favorite Joe, and he will always be my favorite Joe. Except for that abomination where they changed his ethnicity. I did not like that. That airborne from the
Sky
flight.
Patrol or what?
Yeah, I was like, no, that was dead to me. I'll never own it.
That's not the same airborne.
It is not. How dare they take Airborne's name?
I always loved how they portrayed him in the cartoon. And I don't think he was used enough in the comics, which was kind of just one of my, things I was like, why did you not use Airborne? He's such a great character. And yeah.
But in the comics,
absolutely loved him.
For the Marvel that Larry Hama was doing, the episode, I want to say 38, where him and Spirit are watching out for Snake Eyes at his cabin. That was one of the best stories.
Yeah.
Of course, my guy was there. And there was, I can't give you the exact issue, but they were in like the Middle East or something. And Airborne's trying to save a bunch of children. So he goes up to this terrorist that has a van, knocks on the window, and he looks at him. He just puts the gun in his face, pulls the trigger, and next thing you know, all these kids are being saved. Honestly, they don't use them a lot, but when they do, it's memorable.
Yeah. If I can get my hands on another Airborne, the one that I have, it's kind of crumbling, I'll probably do a Night Force version of him. I would love to have seen him as a Night Force character.
Yeah, I think they missed the mark on, they made some people Night Force who shouldn't have been Night Force. But at the end of the day, they're just trying to sell figures.
So I have
Well, and
something.
I'm sure Classified will make up for that.
Yeah.
Wait, Snake Eyes Night Force. They're all Night Force. Stop that.
Snake Eye
That they are.
is Tiger Force.
Now we can play with that one. That could be something.
I've actually painted a Tiger Force Snake Eyes. He was in like a blue suit with orange tiger stripes on his pants and his arms. So,
If I was going to do a Tiger Force Snake Eyes, everything that's black, I would make look like a Bengal tiger.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Why not?
Black Major or Red Laser did like their version of a Tiger Force Snake Eyes or something at one point. But it's the best thing about the Joe line is you can play with different characters, move them into different sub teams, and it's they're toys. Just enjoy them.
Yeah.
They're toys. I mean, so I can't wait for my Dragonfly with the Night Force versions of figures that we get, the Glinda, whatever. I just think it's going to be cool to have that stuff. I just want a Dragonfly and Wild Bill.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Even though I passed on the Dragonfly for space reasons, a buddy of mine's hooking me up with all the extra. He's bought 2. So I get all the figures for the other one we haven't narrowed down the price yet, but it's little, I don't know him that well, but I'm pretty sure I'll get a decent price on it. And I'm looking forward to that.
The one figure I missed out on for the Sky Striker HasLab was the Night Force Ripcord. I love to got that, but I can take a vintage Ripcord a lot cheaper, and I can do it my way.
Yeah.
So I've done one, and I'm itching to do another one now. So
yeah, that's toys, man. Play with them how you want, fix them how you want. So that's the fun of having them.
Yep.
That's what I'm doing with this extra Tiger Force Dusty I have. I saw a documentary like a million years ago where it showed the LARP teams in Vietnam would wear like jeans and then the green tops, and that's what they would go out in jungles in. So that's what I'm going to work on, just a custom LARP type Joe figure to add to one of my
Nice.
chests. So.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that when you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not very creative, but honestly, the stuff that you, Tony, KJ, it's all inspiring. I always like, yeah, I want to do that. Then I start and it's like, mine's crap.
And you look at anything Tony does, I always feel that way. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to show mine because Tony showed his first and it looks way better than mine.
Honestly, I mean, all 3 of you guys do cool stuff. So a lot of people do really great 3 3/4 stuff too, or the 4-inch modern. So there's a lot of talent in this community.
I hate showing my stuff. Mine's not really good, but I'm just having fun.
Right. This is what's important.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always tell people, we're not going to be the best podcast, but we want to be known as one of the nicest podcasts, and we want people to enjoy it. We're just here for fun.
Yep.
And don't ever be scared to share your creations. I don't care what they look like. If it's something you're proud of, and in the community, if somebody is sharing that stuff, we should go, hey man, great job. Because number one, you're putting yourself out there. And then number 2, it's like, don't be a jerk.
Right.
Don't critique somebody who's just trying to learn how to do paints. Give them tips like, hey, try this and this and this out. This will help you.
Yep.
Honestly, Tony's great about that. I could hit Tony up He doesn't know me, honestly, but I can send him a message and he'll tell me, "Hey, get this, get that."
Yep.
I feel like I could do that to you,
Yeah.
and it'd be
That's
the
what
same
we should
thing.
all do.
Yeah,
Yep. Like
No,
foot. If I'm,
it's not a secret. Go ahead, Hillbilly.
I'm sorry. Like the Deep Six I sent Matt.
uh-huh. He loves it, by the way.
Now it was hard for me to part with that. um, I was doing it. Message Foot. What do you think I should do here? How? Here's my thoughts, and he would back up what I was thinking or whatever, and I appreciated that.
Yeah.
And that was a fun.
I love that figure, by the way, that you did. That Deep Six you did was amazing. Absolutely
Right?
amazing.
That's the
Yeah.
one I sent Matt.
Yeah, it's got a place of prominence in his collection.
Really?
Yeah, he's got it up there with everything else that that he loves. So no, he loves that and he appreciates that.
That makes me feel better because as I was doing it, things was going sideways, and I was like, no. But that was such fun. I mean, and what I did for the blue was I primered it, and then I painted it gloss black, and then I painted it gold. And while the gold was still fresh and wet, I wrapped it in saran wrap and peeled it, which left like the black streaks through it. And then whenever that dried up, I shot it with a translucent blue, so kind of like a marble look.
Yeah. Oh, it looks great. Yeah, he's happy.
The
For
weathering
sure.
on the air tank on the back looks great.
Well, thank you.
And then when you got him out in the sunshine, how it just pops. It's awesome.
Yeah, I was like I said, that was a hard one to part with, especially whenever I had it sitting there with the shark. I was like, oh. So I need to track another one down.
Joe Fest.
Yeah. I tell you what, I talk about that about every day. I'm like, hey, a buddy of mine has told me I can hang with him at Joe Fest and that he's going to drive to my house and we're driving to Joe Fest. And I'm like, yes.
So,
Can't wait.
Any chance you can go to Joe Fest, Ryan?
My son, he's 17 this year, so he's a junior. He's going to his senior year next year. So we have senior pictures, we have open house, we have all that stuff we have to pay for. So I would love to. I mean, it hopefully down the road when he's not costing me a ton of money, I'll be able to make it down for it. So I'm hoping to get to Assembly Required too. I want to go check that show out as well.
Yeah, that's going on today, right?
I thought it was, it might be finishing up today, but just there's a lot of cool people that go and hang out there. Plus, they have some customizing classes and different stuff like that. So yeah, it's just I think there's a lot of great Joe shows out there, and it's just finding the time and the funds, which I think we're all suffering from.
Yeah, I just I booked my hotel for Winterfest, which is it's pretty much a 1 day, 1 night. So Friday night exclusive, Saturday day for everybody. G.I. Joe show in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. So I booked my room so I can stay down there for both days and have fun.
I've thought about checking that out. I was going to go last year, and something happened. I couldn't make it, and I regretted it because I was going to get to see you all there. But I've thought about it. But if I'm doing Joe Fest, I really got to put my money back.
Yeah, we have separate bank accounts for little things like we're putting money back for our granddaughter. She's not even being born until May, but stuff she can have when she's 18. So we want to start putting some money back. And I have a Joe Fest account already set up. I guess I probably won't take a lot of money with me to Winterfest. Just I get to hang out with the guys from Anything Joe's and Order of Battle, people I see 3 times a year that honestly I look forward to seeing.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I mean, love to meet you sometime, Ryan. So that would be
Definitely.
yeah. This year's Joe Fest was so amazing. So many cool people that where I felt out of place at first, but everybody's so nice. They're just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
But I'm shy anyway. So this whole what we're doing is trying to get me out of my shell some.
Oh man,
Well,
that's the makes community great is it be who you are and people will accept you. And if there's there's shitty people in the community, we normally police our own and take care of them. So
yeah.
Yeah, just like I said, I've never had a bad interaction, but if I did, I'd probably just wouldn't talk about it. I'd just stop talking to them.
That's
I
why
don't
you
wanna-
don't talk about meeting that hillbilly in PowerCon.
Took forever to meet that guy. He kept saying he was someplace and he wasn't there. He'd say
Yeah,
someplace he wasn't there.
Dude, he's just about a hill jack. He don't know how to interact with people.
I should have just hung out at the Valorverse booth. I would have found him there.
Yeah, yeah.
did you guys like PowerCon?
Yeah,
Oh,
I went to
loved
PowerCon. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
See, that's in Columbus. That's not too far of a drive for me. So
Yeah.
maybe I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, PowerCon was fun. I met Lawrence there last year.
It was talking track.
Lawrence is so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him a lot. Met Mega J there last year. I don't know if you've seen Mega J Retro. Super nice. Put me in one of his videos. Of course, he don't know who I am. It's fine. Hardly anybody does.
But it's just nice that you can meet some of these folks that you feel through
Yeah.
YouTube and stuff, and put it together.
Yeah. He was like, "Hey, you're wearing a Toy Habit shirt." I'm like, "Yes, I am." I love that show too.
Yes.
Anything that's positive, I like. If
Yeah.
it's full of negativity, I'm not going to listen to it or watch it because I go to work for that. This is my fun time.
Yep. That's why I take my Joes to work with me. Because I'll set him up on my cart, and if I see something stupid, I come back and tell him about it. I'm by myself for 8 hours at night, and the walls stop talking to me.
I honestly have a office that used to be a broom closet. That is my office, and all I have in there is a bunch of work, and I'm not gonna say the word, but I will say a little Cyberman figure that keeps me company all day long. I won't say what he's from.
What's Cyberman?
It's from Doctor Who. But
Life is hard enough for us as adults
Yeah.
that having toys or being able to go back and just remember what you loved about your favorite whatever characters, your genre, your world, whatever, it's worth it. That's like when I do my toy reviews and stuff, I'm not tough on toys because I know QC issues are going to be a problem. Is every figure going to be perfect? No, but if I'm 8 or 9 or 10-year-old Ryan from back in the day and I see that figure on the shelf, I'm going to flip the hell out over it.
right, yeah,
and enjoy it.
that's what I always tell my wife. I'm like, at the end of the day, they're just toys. And I'm going to tell anybody, and I hope they all have the same thing I got. I have a very supportive wife who, as long as our bills are paid, we're not hurting. Our responsibilities are there. Yeah, go buy that toy. Go buy this. Go buy that. It makes you happy. You deserve it. You could have worse habits. And every day, I'm very thankful that I do have the wife I have.
Yep. My wife pulled a slick one on me whenever the first Shazam movie came out, I'm a big Shazam fan. Love it. And I got the Shazam figure, and I was like, oh, no, I got to wait a few weeks, and I'll get the Dr. Savannah. And she's like, is that the only two in the set? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, then you have the complete set if you once you get Dr. Savannah. I was like, yeah, go ahead and get him. I was like, no, it'll be $40. She's like, go ahead and get him. She's like, happy whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I came home and I promptly ripped them open and set them up. And she's like, you're opening your fingers? I was like, yeah, it's kind of weird, ain't it? Because I still have a room full of unopened figures. So,
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
so
Yeah, I can't.
what,
My classified restacking because I have so damn many of them. They're too deep up there.
oh,
But yeah, I have a whole bunch that are still not opened. But I open at least one of them, and I use the boxes to store them too. So, but it's hard when you get that one line you really like Shazam. I remember him in the comics and different stuff, and I can totally get that.
Yeah, the oldest comic book I have is a Shazam Adventures or something from like 1949 or something like that, and it's like one of my top picks in my comics. It's put away safe. It's not going to get hurt. It was a Christmas present from my wife's uncle, and I'm like, this is my baby. And so now I'm wanting to get the March of 48 issue to go with that. And
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
That was the month my mom was born, and my mom's not with me anymore. So I'm kind of like, I need to get that issue just to have. My mom always would pick on me about my books whenever I was collecting. And my first Christmas I was collecting, her and my dad got me Werewolf by Night number 32. First appearance night. And it was rough. And it's even rougher now. I had to get it graded so it wouldn't deteriorate anymore. It graded at a 2.5. But now I look at it and I'm like, I want to read it again. Probably read it 1,000 times. But,
yeah.
You know, Matt had a comic grade. Well, he hasn't had a grade yet, but it's signed by Larry Hama that would probably grade at a 0.8. I mean, not even 1. It was that beat up. But it's funny because Hama loved it so much they took his picture with it. It was the silent episode or silent issue. It was so funny. Hama, he loved it.
I have that issue graded. I think it graded at a 5. And that was the first time I picked up a G.I. Joe comic. Yeah. And I didn't know Snake Eyes couldn't talk. And so my brother, I'm like 8 years old at this point, and we just got back from Hex and we open it up. I'm like, where's the words? So we made up the words as we went through it.
Did you write them in there?
No. I don't even have that copy anymore. I wish I did. It lived a rough life.
Yeah. One of these days, I'm going to get my brother on here. He was around for all the collecting comics, and we used to make our G.I. Joe's superheroes because there's no good superhero figures back then. And you could use them all. You could use your He-Man as Hulk or Thing or something, we just had fun with it. Just talk about some of our childhood, play habits.
One of the two figures I really wanted to get for my collection. One was a Steeler, but my brother had it in '82. And whenever Matt sent me the Steeler, I about fell over. I never thought I'd ever get him again. And then,
good shape.
It's a beautiful shape. And then my brother had short fuse in 82. And I found an 83. I found an 83 version of short fuse and I got it. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I have my snake eyes that I had in 82/83 and now his short fuse. And the originals are together now.
Yeah.
I even have a breaker now. So I'm happy. If I don't buy any more Joes right now, I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm still gonna buy Joe's, but I'm happy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if something would happen where I couldn't,
Right.
I mean,
It's been such a big part of my life. I played with toys longer than I probably should have.
yeah.
You know, friends knocking on the door, slide them under your bed.
Yeah.
See, and that's the sad thing is you felt like you couldn't.
Right. But
do
I mean,
that.
that was the, late 80s or
Yeah, I know. I think we all, hid. We were embarrassed by the fact that we didn't want to grow up, and it's like, no, I'm not scared to say, yeah, I collect action figures. And I don't care what you think about me.
right.
Yeah.
I have, I'll walk through any toy aisle proud as can be looking for what I want to find.
Yep.
I mean, I remember getting Joe's for my birthday. I got the gliders, and God, I got the Vamp and the Dragonfly, and then of course you start seeing the commercials, right? And I'm like, there's comic books. I remember we went to this local drugstore. My grandma went to every Friday. She'd get beer and cigarettes and stuff for my grandpa, and they had the comic rack, and I'm like, there's G.I. Joe comics. Can I get this? And just over and over and over again reading those. Such memories.
Yeah. I have a comic rack in my comic book room. And I'm wanting to get the old sign that says, "Hey Kids Comics," to put on top of it. So if I ever come across it, I know it's going to cost money, but if I ever come across it, I will have it.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Growing up, it's not great.
No.
I still want to be a kid, but handle my responsibilities at the same time.
Yep.
But that being said, we're an hour, almost an hour and 15 minutes. Ryan, what else? What do you have coming up on your show?
So I just dropped just some quick G.I. Joe news, just some of the updates, a lot of stuff that we talked about today. If you did order the Hiss, make sure you get your address updated and where you want it shipped by 11/24 of 2023. I did a couple of figure reviews, the Crimson Strike set, Chuckles, and then the store I will not name wave of figures that we just got in, and really just kind of hoping it slows down just for a little bit so I can enjoy playing with some toys. I'm printing off some stuff in the background for a couple dials that I'm going to be working on too. So
nice. And I just want to say, as a person who loves reviews, I know yours is you lean positive, and I like that a lot because at the end of the day, they're toys.
Yep.
They're not going to be perfect, and it should be on how it makes you feel.
Yep.
And your reviews do that, so I try to make sure I watch every single one, comment on every single one, because you do a great job.
Thank you. I try to keep them short as much as possible.
You do.
There's a lot of great folks who do great reviews. And look, I know the weapons are soft and gummy and they're not what we want, but it is what it is.
Just gridiron them.
Yeah. I mean, and I talk about that in the video I just dropped today. Mark II Toys has 2 great accessory packs for $13 a piece. You get 8 accessories with them. You can order stuff off Valaverse. He's got weapons. There's enough people out there where you can get the stuff that you want to pimp your figures out and go do it.
Yeah. And since you're not going to Joe Fest and Gridiron will be there, let me know if you're looking for something.
Yep.
Mark teases me. He'll send me something like, "Hey, just keep on the lookout for this," and I'm like, "God bless it." He just dropped those horror film loadout kits with the heads and stuff, and I'm just like, "Dang it! Now I gotta get those now too."
I know
Those look good.
a third of my money will probably go to Gridiron at Joe Fest. I just know it, and I'm okay with that.
Since Valaverse won't be at Joe Fest now, I don't know who I'll spend my money at.
This thing from Gridiron is absolutely ridiculous. It's their little mech item.
Okay, yeah. Like the pack rat?
Yep.
Yep.
So this also comes apart, and apparently you can combine it with their drone, and it makes a snowmobile.
Nice.
So that's where I'm at. Like, son of a biscuit.
Yeah. Gridiron. Ah!
Yeah,
Well,
that's it. That's like just when they thought they got me again.
Yep.
So I did see something at Gridiron I need to get for Casey. So it might be a Christmas thing.
Awesome.
Either that or Valaverse has one coming up too. Basically the same thing.
I don't do Valvers, but there is a figure that Hillbilly showed me that I want.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I want that figure so bad. It looks like a more.
It looks like hit and
out,
run.
Yeah, decked out hit and run.
Yeah,
So,
comes with a ghillie suit.
He looks really cool.
Yeah, I've seen. Oh shoot, who you talking about? Was it Mark II design?
Yes.
Or Gridiron? I'm sorry. They have a ghillie suit. And whenever Casey said that his Scarlet's a sniper, I was like, she needs a ghillie suit.
She does. There it is.
Oh, okay.
And that's the sniper rifle that my Scarlet has.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, they do great work.
Yeah. I dig it.
Yeah, I painted him up too. So if I'm gonna have a sniper, he's got to be perfect. And that's my extra Falcon body, and then the Duke head and neck from the classified. And
I dig it.
It is awesome.
This is, I don't know if you can. This is the Snake Eyes head from the movie figure on the Duke body. And so I made like my LARP team, my Snake Eyes, and then I've got a couple other ones I'm working on too. So, yeah.
Always great stuff.
Those are amazing.
Yep. All right.
Just playing with paints and toys and just keep adding stuff that you find what you like, and then just, go from there.
Well, I just wanted to thank you again, Ryan, for coming on.
Hey, happy to.
Always,
anytime you guys need me, let me know.
Yeah, and you'll probably hear from us frequently. We love having
That's
you.
okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
Love being on with you guys. You guys are great. Again, you guys do great work. I'm loving the show. Keep it up. And, anytime you guys need anything from me, let me know. And I know that you guys will help support me as well, too. So you guys are awesome.
Well, there's something I need.
Okay.
$1 million
the
in small martinis, non-sequential.
I do have one thing, if I can. My buddy Treasures for Trigger Phil, he just recently lost his wife She had a long battle with
Oh.
cancer.
She did, yeah.
So Phil, we're thinking about you. We love you, and we've got your back, buddy. So
Oh, yeah. Phil's amazing. Been praying for him and his family for a while now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, it'd be harder to find a nicer guy that does this kind of thing. So yes, we'll be thinking about you, Phil.
Yeah. Definitely lifting him and his family up.
They got such a young daughter too.
his wife was young. I mean, you
Yes,
know, cancer sucks.
it does.
There's no other way of putting it. But yeah, Phil, yeah, never a mean word for anybody. Kind, he's awesome.
One of the best.
So sorry, bring him down, but
No,
I just
it's
wanted
all
to
right.
let him know that
No.
I'm thinking about him.
We'll be thinking about you, Phil.
Yep. I was just looking him up on Instagram, and I do follow him.
Yeah, he is. His trips where he's looking for toys in Japan, they're always good.
Yeah.
And like you said, I mean, it'd be harder to find a nicer guy than Phil.
Yeah.
Always supportive. Always nice to me. Every interaction I've ever had with him has been nice.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
All right, Phil. Reach out if you need to.
Yep. If you need anything, buddy, give us a holler.
That being said, thanks for watching Podcast from the Pit. Thank you, Ryan. And everybody, take care, and we'll see you next week.
Later.